Good morning, distinguished guests and fellow helicopter pilots and crew members. I am Thomas Modley, the Undersecretary of the Navy, and I apologize that I am unable to make this extraordinary event in person. Thank you for the kind introduction, and thank you for the honor of addressing this symposium. I would also like to thank the Naval Helicopter Association for putting this event together and continuing to provide a forum for organizations to interact and collaborate on vertical lift aircraft issues. I started off my naval career as a naval aviator, flying the UH-1 November helicopter off the deck of the USS Nassau, supporting the Navy Marine Corps team. So I am flattered to be able to address this audience of naval aviation, especially the rotary wing force. This year's theme is innovation and integration. I would like to touch on innovation, as it is one of the 8 qualities I use to define something we like to talk a lot about, which is agility. This is something I have been thinking about the past several years through my experiences in government service and the private sector. Agility has become a very popular term in describing organizational behavior, and what many believe, including me, is the key determinant of success in the highly competitive world in which we are currently engaged. I think it is going to have to be the characteristic that differentiates our armed forces from our competitors, and most importantly, it must be what defines the naval forces of the future. Agile organizations are adept and comfortable with trying new things, with experimenting, failing, measuring, trying again, all with a view towards finding new solutions to current and anticipated problems. For those of you who have not read it and have an interest in understanding how the breakthrough innovation of manned flight happened in the last century, I commend to you the Wright brothers' biography written by David McCullough. The Wright brothers' story is remarkable. It is great history, but it is also a pure innovation case study. Even though this occurred over 100 years ago, Orville and Wilbur Wright demonstrated that innovation is driven by constant trial and error, meticulous documentation, and the deliberate construction of a culture of learning. We need today a learning culture like this in the Navy and Marine Corps. We must embrace this as a core value. As young authors wrote in the latest issue of the Gazette magazine, and as we think about innovation and its role in the future of our Navy and Marine Corps, no words seem more relevant than these. Rapid technological advances are driving the raw technical requirements for this mandate, but knowledge is not purely defined by technical competence. It's created through leadership that encourages innovation and risk-taking and inspires sailors and Marines who thirst to learn and excel in circumstances that are characterized by uncertainty and by adversaries who are unpredictable. Changes are coming at us fast, so we need to be an agile naval force. We must be prepared to break free of the organizational paradigms and behaviors and biases that suited us well in the last century. They are not well suited for us today, and certainly not for the future. Today, I truly believe we are approaching another historical inflection point of technological and social change, while at the same time within a security environment characterized by competitors who are more credibly challenging our military capabilities. This is a very dangerous confluence of events, and one we cannot spend our way out of. Rather, we have to think our way out of it. In this time, in this age, we have no choice but to strive for greater agility, to take risks, to apply America's most precious resource, our God-given talents, educated and groomed in the service of our nation, in order to assure a competitive advantage. And the key to that advantage lies in the mind and spirit of every single person in that room with you there in San Diego. So we must demand more of ourselves and one another. As you gather together over the next few days, think about how you can help with the future missions of naval aviation, of becoming a more agile force through our people, capabilities, and our processes. Enjoy your time at the symposium. Thank you again for having me here today and for what you do every day to support the defense of our nation. Fly safely, go Navy, and beat Army.